Hi, boys and girls. Today, this is the Olympics mystery of the speed skater, which is a math mystery so that you can practice your math skills. You'll need paper and pencil as you solve your math mystery. Pause the video and make sure you have your supplies together. The Winter Olympics mystery of the speed skater's math game. The Winter Olympics are in full flow. Hats, scarves, and gloves are worn by spectators who are eager to see the speed skaters speed their way around the track. But wait, what's this? Someone has sneaked into the changing rooms and mixed up all the speed skaters' skates. The terrible crime could cause huge problems for the skaters. The race will start late. What if they cannot find all the matching pairs? Your task is to solve the mystery of who mixed up the skaters' skates. Use the descriptions of the suspects and solve the math clues to find out who did it. Good luck. Here is a list by name, male or female, did they wear a hat, their favorite sport, their height, and their favorite hot drink. You'll use this when you're trying to find your last suspect. It will be available again at the end of the video once you've solved your clues. All right, clue number 1, sports problems. Check whether these statements are correct. Read the statements and see if you think they're true or false. Put a check by your answer and count how many checks and X's you have. You can number your problems from 1 to 7 and just mark true or false. Number 1, if there are 6 pairs of skates, there must be 10 skaters altogether. Is that true or is that false? To give you a little example, if there are 6 pairs of skates and each skater needs 2 skates, there must be 10 skates altogether. 6 pairs of skates, 6 times 2 equals 12. So the answer is false. There must be 12 altogether, not 10. So you would mark number 1 false. Now continue. Number 2, if there are 12 helmets altogether and half of them are worn in a race, that leaves 6 not worn. You can pause your video anytime you need to solve to find true or false, and then start your video again to move on to the next question. Number 3, if there are 4 men on one bobsled, double the amount would be 10 men. True or false? Pause your video, solve, mark true or false, and then move on to the next question. If there are 20 players for one ice hockey team and 3 were injured, that would leave 17 left to play. Pause your video, solve, and decide true or false. Number 5, if there are 6 skaters with 2 poles each, there must be 10 poles altogether. Pause the video, solve, and mark true or false. Number 6, if there are 5 pairs of ice skaters performing in the afternoon, that equals 10 people altogether. Pause the video, solve, and mark true or false. And then your last question, number 7, if there are 5 teams of 6 speed skaters, that means there are 30 skaters altogether. Pause the video, solve your problem, mark true or false. Now, look back at your true and your false. Count up your number of checks for true and X's for false. If you have more checks than X's, then the culprit wore a hat. If you have more checks than X's, then the culprit wore a hat. If you have more checks than X's, then the culprit wore a hat. If you have more checks than X's, then the culprit wore a hat. If you have more checks than X's, then the culprit wore a hat. If you have more checks than X's, then the culprit wore a hat. If you have more checks than X's, then the culprit wore a hat. If you have more checks than X's, then the culprit wore a hat. If you have more checks than X's, then the culprit wore a hat. If you have more checks than X's, then the culprit wore a hat. If you have more checks than X's, then the culprit wore a hat. If you have more checks than X's, then the culprit wore a hat. If you have more checks than X's, then the culprit wore a hat. If you have more checks than X's, then the culprit wore a hat. If you have more checks than X's, then the culprit wore a hat. If you have more checks than X's, then the culprit wore a hat. If you have more checks than X's, then the culprit X's, the culprit did not wear a hat. So decide your correct answer. The culprit did wear a hat, or the culprit did not wear a hat. All right, clue number 2, more or less. Again, you're going to pause your video, and you can work across solving your problems, deciding less than or greater than. And I would move across the row. Number 1, 28 and 30. 28 is less than 30, so you would write less than. Number 2, 61 and 51. Number 3, 13 and 31. Number 4, 16 and 19. Number 5, 17 and 14. Number 6, 40 and 32. Number 7, 25 and 22. Number 8, 18 and 12. Now, once you've solved all of your problems, count the number of greater than signs you've used. Write it down. Then count up the number of less than signs you've used. Write it down. If you used more greater than, then the culprit is tall. If you used more less than, then the culprit is short. So look at your two numbers, compare, and decide which one you use the most of. The culprit is, and write your answer, either tall or short, depending on your greater than and less than signs. Clue number 3. Now this one you can just pause your video and look. You're going to count by 5s to find your way down the slopes. It must touch the next square. So for example, look at start. You're going to move over to 5. Then counting by 5s, your next number will be 10. So you would look and see where 10 would be and continue on until you either come up with male or female when you get to the bottom of the slope. Clue number 4. A total of 20. What number would you add to the hockey sticks to make 20? All right, so pause your video and solve each one of these to see what you would add to your number to make 20. Then look over at the chart, match your numbers, and then put the words into a sentence to solve for clue number 4. Okay, clue number 5 is a sports code breaker. If you look, the white skate is 4, the pair of shoes is 2, the helmet is 1, the glove is 8, the torch is 5, the ball is 9, the hockey puck is 7, the hockey stick is 6, and the medal is 3. Now, if you will look at the example, in the number shoes, skate, what is shoes worth? So if you look at the shoes, come on. So in the example, the 2 shoes would equal 2, which is in the tens place, so it would be equal to 20. So you're going to solve each one of these 1 through 7, and then move on to the next. Pause and start your video again. Now, using your answers, you're going to find the words and make a sentence. Now, have you solved the mystery of who mixed up the Speed Kit Skaters skates at the Winter Games? Who do you think it is? Here is the list again. Pause your video, use your information and your answers to your clues, and see who you came up with as the answer. Then start your video again, and we'll go through your answers. Clue number 1, you should have had 4 true statements and 3 false statements. And since there were more true, then it meant the culprit wore a hat. Clue number 2, there were 5 greater thans and 3 less thans. So there were more greater thans, so the culprit is tall. In your ski maze, for clue number 3, you should have ended up going down the ski slope and ending up with 60, which was female. For clue number 4, you should have ended up with 11, 15, 6, 2, 17, 4, and 19. Those words were light, skate, drinking, the, chocolate, hot, swapper. So your sentence would have been, the skate swapper liked drinking hot chocolate. For clue number 5, number 1, the number was worth 1. Number 2, 80, 3, 7, 4, 60, 5, 2, 6, 10, and 7, 30. So once you went in and put the words together, you would have come up with, the skate swapper liked ice hockey best. So then you use all of those clues, and you should have come up with Lowry, Lowri. Lowry was the speed skater thief. Hope you enjoyed the speed skater mystery. Have a great day.